Gentani, Happy New Year, and welcome to another episode of the Godfather Minute with me, Alex Robinson.
And with me, Andy Robinson.
And welcome back, Andy. You're back from your hiatus. Oh my gosh, it's the wrong podcast. You sound like Darth Vader.
Is the iron lung distracting you, Alex?
Did you know the guy who wrote all the episodes of that Western show was in a... Was it a
Iron Lung?
An Iron Lung?
Really? Which guy?
No, I'm referring to the Big Lebowski.
Oh.
I don't remember the name of the show, so it was hard for me.
It was some crime show.
Oh, I thought it was like a Western.
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, give us the intro, Lebowski. Give us the intro, the summary of the minute, Lebowski. But thanks for welcoming me back. And thanks to our listeners for bearing with us. We skipped a week due to my illness, but I'm recovering and feeling great. I'm feeling great.
Thanks to you had some brandy, you're rested, you look good. Thanks to Pete the Retailer for pinch hitting. I couldn't remember if we had him on or not before.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think we ever had.
We have a no guests policy.
Yeah, exactly. We've had a handful over the years for like special side bonus episodes.
Oh, and Pete's a handful, all right.
Choice of weights. So yes, thanks Pete, thanks Andy for coming back. And minute 46 is what we'll be discussing.
That's right, Alex. Repeat after me. Minuto.
Numero.
46.
46. All right, here we go. Minute 46. Vito Corleone and Genco Abendano taking the theater. As the dancing couple leaves the stage to applause, the next act begins with a simple New York apartment familiar to virtually all of the immigrant audience. The man on stage is a man trapped in a strange alien world. An innocent boy lured from Napoli by a promiscuous fallen woman to New York, an island off the coast of America. Once a proud Italian, now a broken Italian-American. A knock at the door reveals the sultry siren herself, wearing the finest silks and face painted for business. Tonight, the scarlet letter on her soul is matched by an ominous letter in her hand. Our protagonist beams news from his dearest mother in Napoli. The audience is restless with a powerful tension in which the masterful actor squeezes for every drop. Only Genco is too horny to feel it.
Oh,
that's what's going on in the minute.
Oh man, I think that was awesome. It's great because I can imagine the announcers up in the press box as the shows. You're televising it for the English speaking audience, and there's a mistress appears on the stage, heavily made up. No, it's his mama. It's in.
Is it Connie? No, it's not Connie. It's Teresa.
Holy cow! It's the other woman.
Nowadays, because so many shows and stuff, they have special accessibility features for movies and TV. You can list subtitles. There's one for blind people. Where a narrator tells you what is going on visually that is important to the story. Like it'll be like Vito walks into the room where Genco is behind the counter, and then they'll have this little scene, and then it'll be like Genco walks out from behind the counter and steps over to the window and he looks up. So they don't edit the movie. They just they have to squeeze it all into the times where no one's talking, where they have to describe what's going on. So,
because when the dialogue's taking place,
they don't want to talk over the dialogue. Up, So anyway,
that's fascinating.
Yes,
that'd be fascinating to make those choices.
Yeah, to be the one. Right. How much do you describe?
What do you say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Especially when you don't have a lot of time, you got to convey all the critical information.
Interesting. I guess it's like reading. It's not like reading a book, but in a sense, it's
like an audio
what you would
book.
get. It's an Audible book.
Yeah.
It's all of the narrator text
filling in,
but then the dialogue.
I guess the difference is it's mostly dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's like if you were doing it as an audio, you'd have longer passages where you could describe things or whatever. So it's kind of funny that it's Anyway,
Yeah.
this would be a good one because there's hardly any talking in the flashback scene, so it would be a good time for a narrator to fill in what was going on.
Yeah.
A lot of color, a lot of opportunities for flowery descriptions of old New York.
Wow, as I said it last minute, I'm going to say it again. I love this theater scene. It's just so alive. It's awesome. I want to be there. I want to be sitting in that crowd. Yeah, even if I didn't know what was going on, well, you could probably piece it together.
You should really go to the half Polish theater if you're gonna be doing that.
What? The half Polish?
The half Polish theater.
Oh, that's the one that's only open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, Fridays.
No. Too early.
Hey, sorry, sidebar.
Yes.
So, I'm working on your Han Solo song, and I was doing some research.
No, when you say that, just so people know what you're talking about, you are doing the closing theme of our upcoming season of Star Wars Minute, where we talk about Solo.
That's right, yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, and I was doing a little bit of research, a little Dick Tracy. I don't know, what would you call in the Star Wars world? Who's the Dick Tracy of the Star Wars world?
Frequently people say Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones is the closest to like a noir, he's trying to get to the bottom of a case and following the clues. So as much as it pains me to say it, Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones.
I did a little bit of Obi-Wan. I did a little bit of Obi-Wan wandering around. And I was listening to some Greedo dialogue. And it sounds like Russian or Polish. Well, not that particular one, but when you get into that initial scene, there's a lot of K's and Rushka, Trakes, Anye. It's like very Russian and Polish sounding.
It's totally made up. It's Huttese, I guess, technically. It's the Jabba the Hutt's language. So I don't know. I haven't heard it what... now in olden times, they used to just make up fake languages, higgly-piggly, but now... Like anytime you're on a science fiction show, you start making up a show, you're gonna have linguists who come in and go like, okay, let's, like Klingon. Someone actually works out the grammar, and so I think
they do that afterward. Fans do that afterward.
Well, nowadays they probably do it ahead of time. Like I'm sure on Game of Thrones, they said, we need Dothraki language. Let's get someone who knows about languages to make up.
Oh my
stuff.
gosh! Wow.
So
fascinating.
Yeah, that would be a cool job, I think, to make up a fake language.
Definitely. Yeah. Wow, the syntax has to all work. I guess to some extent, right?
Yeah, I can imagine you probably just take an existing language and you could just paper over it with Klingon or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, exactly. Klingon, there's the adjectives come after, just like in French.
And you change the consonants and all that. So. But anywho, back to the minutes.
Back to minute 46.
Yeah, so, I got some really interesting stuff here. So, the main character says, I left Naples. I left Mama for
the main character on stage, not the main character of the movie.
Yeah. I love this. I love the music too. Dum, 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 dum. It settles, and he's. Is it a monologue? I guess.
Yeah,
he's on his own. He's giving this monologue. He's quasi singing it too.
Well, I guess Italian is a very musical language, so it just automatically adds
in America, in New York.
I go to America. I go to New York.
For your father. He says, I left Naples. I left Mama for a no-good tramp. I'm here alone, thinking of my mother.
Yeah.
And it just got me thinking about
her mother.
Maybe we shouldn't go there. The value of a wife versus the value of a mother. And I recall a story one of my Italian-American friends told me years ago, way back in college when we were there to get stupid. He said that, at least he kind of told it as a joke, but it's a real thing, that I think it's a joke in Italian. I'm remembering it now. You're in a boat with your mother and your wife, and you can only save one of them. Who do you save? And if you save your mother, why?
Yeah.
Because you can always get another wife.
Oh, wow.
And that's the guy answering that.
Sure,
that's not the mother saying, it's the guy. And I think mothers and their sons that's no secret, in Italy they're very bonded.
Special relationship.
Very special relationship. Yeah. Very bonded.
Yeah, it's almost almost a sacred, almost religious significance to their relationship.
They've been doing that for generations. But it reminded me of the scene because he's saying, this guy's really missing his mother. And And he says he left her for his no good tramp.
Yeah.
It's a tough way to talk about your wife.
Well, it's funny because do you think they're married?
No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
Well, I mean, I feel like they are sort of they're playing to the audience because their audience is all immigrants, most of whom probably have family back at home that they feel guilty or miss or whatever. So it's really like catering to that specific, crowd. So probably, I wonder if it's the kind of thing where everyone like. Do you go is that like a special genre of like, I sing Italian songs about missing home. Like that's his specialty is doing, like ballads about Italian sappy ballads or whatever.
That's
so
awesome. What would be your specialty, Alex?
I'd probably
what would you sing about?
I would probably sing about The Godfather, but in 1 minute chunks. Like I would do a song about. That's what you should be your next project.
Singing it
is doing movies by minutes, but do a song every week.
Oh my god!
Devote covering that 1 minute.
Oh, you're blowing my mind.
Maybe do a shorter movie than a 2.5, 3 hour epic. Maybe do like a 90-minute.
I like the 1 minute challenge.
Oh, but I mean, but don't do a 3 hour movie. Do an hour and a half movie.
Just when you thought you'd be done, like you probably never thought you'd be done with Star Wars.
You'd be pulling you right back in.
The tractor beam just keeps pulling you in.
Yeah, exactly. Every time I think I'm out, they beam me back in.
You'd have to do that that's the Star Wars equivalent, but you got to do it in a Star Wars character's voice.
Yeah, totally.
Like, whoa! Oh my! Oh my, the tractor beam just keeps pulling me in. That was 3PO. I said it before you I know. You joked about guessing it.
Well, I knew what you were doing, but it was yeah, okay, I could say yeah.
It was not bad.
Well, first of all, you just started with oh my, so that's like
oh yeah.
That's really
I almost said oh sir. I couldn't remember what his
oh boy.
Does he say oh boy?
No. Oh boy. Does anyone say oh boy in Star Wars? Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
It's funny that we're saying it in like not like oh boy, like oh boy, I get to go on an adventure. We're like oh boy.
Yeah, we went right to and there's so
resigned.
There's so many scenes where that could be inserted.
Yeah, totally.
Like Vader every time one of his generals disappoints him.
Oh boy.
Anyway,
yes.
I like the idea of doing, me, I'm slowly but surely
I know you.
fulfilling my destiny, which is to be a novelty song and only a novelty song writer. And so maybe I do a Star Wars thing. It's like, maybe Godfather. I don't know.
Well, you could do a different song. You'd pick different movies. You could do a themed collection where you do a song about The Godfather, a song about Star Wars, a song of about how you haven't seen Blazing Saddles, a song about how Caddyshack disappointed you, and so on.
I like that because I would lose my mind doing a song for every minute.
Like you doing a movie review in a song, and most of you it was okay. Like most of them were just kind of like it was all right, and I kept looking at my phone. It's all just kind of like.
Well, and then the name of the song will be the name of the movie, and then in parentheses my 2 to 3 word review.
Or maybe it should just be how many bags of popcorn you rate it. You know what I mean? So it would be like Godfather and then 5 bags of popcorn, or like,
Can you put emojis or emoticons in a song title?
I mean, I don't see why not.
You can't with iTunes and Spotify. They don't.
The first person to do it is going to be hailed as a genius. The first like Prince was ahead of his time. I mean, in a number of ways, Prince was ahead of his time. But the fact that he took a symbol as his name was like there's gonna be a music pop artist who is just an emoji. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen
if it hasn't happened already. But like everyone's gonna say, oh, did you see Eggplant or whatever the name of the
Eggplant. All right, you got to pick an emoji right now for your artistic
my brand
presence.
My brand. I gotta go Eggplant.
You're going to go with the Eggplant?
I'm going to go Eggplant, yeah.
You don't want to go with one of the smiley faces, one of the more the winking smiley face?
Maybe. I feel like there's not. Anyway, this is a sidetrack. I got a beef with the emoji people. That there's.
They got beef. They got like a hamburger one and a steak.
I feel like there's not enough subtle gradations of negative emotions.
Oh, really?
Like it's very just like frowny face or then again, I have not browsed through the emojis in a while. Maybe I know they periodically update them, but anyway, let's get back to minute 46.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
I'm just so excited to be podcasting again.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk about anything.
You're Jones.
Yeah. So, what do you got?
Well, continuing about the theater, the guy who plays the lead actor is named Livio Giorgi.
Yeah.
And it is his only film credits. So I don't know what
that and the play he was doing in the movie.
He didn't even know that was going to be in the Godfather movie. He just thought he was doing a play.
Yeah.
I also like the fact that it's shot straight on. Mm-hmm. Like you only see it from basically the point of view of the audience, so it's almost like he's performing the show for us. You don't see like from the wings or like from his point of view. You know, it's so I like that. Yeah. I like that little.
It's detail. It just looks so cool.
Yeah. The actress is named Kathleen Beller, not Italian. Mm-hmm. And it's so funny because I was going back and listening to what she was saying, and she definitely. I can't tell if it's because she's a non-Italian person speaking Italian very broadly. Mm-hmm, her line of dialogue is Peppino, where is it? I wrote it down. Peppino, a letter for you. That's what she says in Italian, but she's all, Peppino, a letter for you. Like, it's all like, I can't tell if she's a bad actress or is acting like a bad actress.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh,
like,
funny.
I mean, granted, it's a very broad kind of thing, but she's very like, a letter is here.
Yeah.
And it sounds like someone doing an Italian accent. Like,
oh, okay.
So I'm not sure.
Wasn't that kind of isn't everything accentuated in these kinds of vaudeville performances?
Right. So is she playing it broadly, or is the Our World actress playing it broadly, or is Our World actress playing it accurately that she's playing an actress who is playing it broadly?
You could go another layer that Our World actress is trying to play it. Oh, I guess you said that one.
Like a bad actress.
Is trying to play it like a good actress, but she's a bad actress.
Oh,
of course, the director.
So we don't know if the bad actress is the actress we see on stage or the actress who was hired to be in The Godfather.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola may have just cast a bad actress there.
You know why? Because he was in love with her. Look at it.
Oh, no. Everyone's in love with this girl.
I'm going to make her a big star.
And so this is Genco. We finally...
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Something else about the actress. Yeah. She wasn't in too many other movies. She was in a movie called The Sword and the Sorcerer, which came out in 1982. And it seems like a kind of movie we would have watched on cable. It seems vaguely familiar.
The name sounds familiar.
Yeah, but The Sword and the Sorcerer. She's from Westchester County, as are you and I, raised New York, and is married to Thomas Dolby.
What? That actress?
The actress is married to Thomas Dolby.
Oh my God, so, she blinded me with that one.
So you think when Genco's seeing her, he's like, "Oh my God, she's blinding me with science!" Like he's so in love with her the same way that
Thomas Dolby was.
Tommy was in love with the woman who was blinding her with science. So. Yes. So anyway, you wanted to get back
to... that's Thomas Dolby. Wow. I guess this movie was made in the 70s, and...
this is probably 10 years before Thomas Dolby became famous.
Yeah, and he wasn't young. Well, famous on MTV, but apparently he was famous in England. He was already an established musician.
Right.
I remember that was always a kind of a fun fact about him. Mm-hmm. He had done quite a bit before that. At least that's why.
Right.
Who knows?
He was not the inventor of Dolby sound. It's a lot
in Dublin.
They should have recorded it in Dublin, but he did not invent. What was
Dublin. His other big hit?
Hyperactive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go, Kathleen Beller. Yeah. We got to remind me of the bonus content. We got to talk about the birthday get well gift I gave to you.
Okay, got it.
So anyway, we'll get to that.
Yeah, that's a great gift. So Genco.
Okay, go ahead, Genco.
This is the first time we see Genco, right?
We saw him last minute too, but
but in the theater, right?
And also we saw him in GF1 in the deleted scenes.
That's right. Yeah, but yes, officially, this is the first scene where anyone who's seeing the movies for the first time really would have seen him. Mm-hmm. That's all I wanted to say. No. Yeah. Genco gets right before she walks in, the actress walks in.
Yeah.
Genco starts to get all bothered,
Restless.
all excited, and it makes me think that, like, how does he know when she's entering? He must have seen this show dozens of times.
Oh, I'm assuming he's seen
Right?
it before.
Yeah, but more than once, right? He knows exactly the cue when she's coming in.
Yeah. My impression is that he saw it one time and then was at least one time and then was like, I got to go back and show Vito.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, Vito, I'm going to the theater. You got to see this hot chick I'm in love with. So yeah. good attention to detail.
Yeah.
Genco. Well, one question I thought of. So we learn that we have learned over the course of this that Vito Andolini Corleone came to America and was taken in by the Abendando family, where he's working at the store, and it made me wonder if that's why Vito took in Tom Hagen, because he was in a similar situation where he's like, "Oh, I'm a kid who needs a break."
Yeah,
and then he's like, so I thought that was an interesting thing, and it really. I don't know. It puts Tom in a different light to me.
Yeah. That
the fact that he always wanted to be thought of as brothers, and that here he was reaching out to Tom and sort of, So anyway, I thought that was a neat little thing.
Yeah, it's funny because we knew that about Tom, and in the movie they talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, they don't really go into.
But in the book more so.
Yeah.
But you're right. It does show a different side of Tom Hagen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Don.
And the Don.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet Tatalia never took in any orphans or any orphan boys. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
Or Barzini.
I wonder at what point, we probably said this in the movie, at one point the Don started grooming Tom to be a lawyer.
I
maybe
wonder.
when he saw that he was smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or maybe because he was white. Right?
He was like
a white lawyer's going to be able to do much more than a Sicilian lawyer in America.
Well, although he wanted Mikey to be a lawyer too, or going to.
He did, yeah.
So I think he just wanted everyone to be as. So, But yeah, maybe he saw Tom had more of a knack for it.
Yeah.
Genco, the actor, is named Frank Severo.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have?
He's been in stuff. I know he's been in Goodfellas.
Yes, he had a prominent role in Goodfellas. Very noteworthy appearance in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
He has been in a couple of other movies. He's been in a bunch of other movies playing mobsters. Usually, he was in Scorsese's New York movie. He was in Ruthless People, which I've never seen. And this is a movie I'm pretty sure we have seen, but I've not seen it for a long time. Going Ape.
Oh my gosh!
You remember that where Tony Danza and Danny DeVito inherit like a bunch of gorillas or orangutans or something?
That was during the era, the fad when apes were in a bunch of movies.
Yeah, you had the Any Which Way But Loose and PJ and the Bear and a bunch of different ones. The most noteworthy thing to me about he's in The Wedding Singer as well. The guy. I've never seen that either.
I've never
seen
that.
The Wedding Singer, never seen The Wedding Crashers, never seen The Wedding Planner.
No
wedding movies for me.
No wedding. I've seen Crashers. That's funny.
In 2014, he sued The Simpsons.
What? Why?
Because there was an episode about the mafia, and there was a character in it who he said was based on him.
Wow.
And he's like, they're using my
based
image.
on him as a actor, as a person.
He's like,
his
he said, I used to live next door to one of the Simpsons writers. And then next thing you know, while I was working on Goodfellas, next thing you know, like my character is in The Simpsons. And he tried to sue, but the judge was like, nah.
Did it look like him?
I mean, kind of, but it's The Simpsons, so they're kind of cartoony, and they were just saying basically their defense was that he was an amalgam of a bunch of different mafia types, not like one person. So it's not like they use any of his dialogue, So anyway, but so suing The Simpsons is kind of that's his legacy. Certainly want to be known for suing one of the most beloved cartoon series. Oh, you know what time it is, bro?
What time is it?
Time to lower that paywall. Lowered or raised?
Oh, just build it up.
Let's lower the pay portcullis.
Portcullis.
So yeah, if you want to hear us continue to talk about Minute 46, go to godfatherminute.com/support, and you can get twice as much bonus content for your money, roughly.
For less than the cost of a cup of coffee, you'll get unlimited bonus content.
Yeah. Is that still a thing people say? Because it seems like coffee is so expensive now.
Yeah.
Like if you go to Starbucks, it's less than a price of $6 for a day. You know what I mean? Like most things are cheaper than that.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
or a
You
lot
got
of
good
things.
points.
Anyway, we're getting sidetracked. Godfatherminute.com/support. You get to hear about our very exciting encounter with a Godfather star.
That's right, Alex.
No.